Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to League of Europe. This is round number 7 of the season, and we head to a circuit which people want to avoid, the Wall of Champions. That is, of course, Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix, used in Formula 1 for quite a long time, since 1978, and it is a fan and driver track alike, which is a favourite, and I like it as well, so it is all good. My name is Jess Ball. I'm soloing tonight. I can't remember when the last time I was doing solo commentary, but we'll obviously give it a go and see what happens. So, D3 Championship, well, they went last week to United States Grand Prix, and we saw Chill taking his second win of the season, which puts him in the prime spot in the championship. He's currently leading because Gat retired last week in USA. D-Mort's got a very impressive podium as well. He's got really great results recently. He's got 2 podiums, second place with Abu Dhabi and Monaco, and then he got, obviously, a podium in USA. He got White also had a good result as well with 18 points to his name in USA, in 4th place on 73 points. Cam is 5th on 60 points. Ryan B is 6th on 56. 7th is Guapo with 54. MCR is 8th place with 50 points. 9th is Connor O'Keefe with 31. 10th is J-Luke on 24. 11th is Lars Reserve on 20 points. And I believe he's reserving tonight. So, filling in for one of the McLarens, which I believe is Guapo. So, we'll see what he can do in that car. Matt Tibos, 12th on 15 points. Harry is 13th on 14. 14 is George Gamer on 13 points. And we've got Caller Kicker, Julicio, Saronte, Aledi, Melty, Ryan Belshaw, Harry F, Valter, Damon, Ben Scott, and Storm. But now Ben Scott has now obviously been demoted as a reserve. So we'll have a quick look at this track. 4.361 kilometers long. It has 14 turns around this beautiful circuit and a few DRS zones to boot as well. 6 to the left, 8 to the right. It's a clockwise circuit. Fastest race lap was set by Valtteri Bottas, which was a 1 minute 13.078. It might have changed then with the lap record, but I think we are expected to break loose of that tonight. So, without further ado, we may as well hit trackside here in LOE. So, let's go. So, 19 drivers. It looks very overcast at the moment. So, I'm expecting, obviously, there's a lot of people on track. There is a lot of people. I'm expecting, then if there's a lot of people on track, there could be rain towards the end of the session. Or it could be rain earlier on, which could mean that there's an anticlimax to qualifying. So, I'm trying to see who's the first person to start a lap. So he's past turn 4. Oh, it's raining. It's raining already in Canada. My oh my, I thought the rain was going to come pretty much towards the end. It's coming now and it's already getting very, very damp. So pretty much this is everyone's only chance to get a lap into qualifying then. So we got Ryan Belshaw's teammate that has pretty much the best of the conditions at the moment. So he's looking like the favourite for pole position, and DRS is still activated. So that is something that has caught, I think, a lot of people by surprise here today. So we got Ryan Belshaw up to the line, and time's going to be quite slow at the moment. 111.7. Harry F coming towards the final corner then in that Alpha as well. He goes up in a 2, up to the line. P2, we got a Williams then of, I'm trying to find a Williams. It's Chill, World Championship leader. 111.6, J-Luke 111.6. So maybe being first out was not the best idea, but the rain is still coming. So we'll see if any times begin to fall. Harry up to the line, what can he do? P9, so yeah, the track is getting a bit more damp here today. We've got Ryan B that will cross the line in 4, Connor O'Keefe was 6th, Matt Tibble 7th, Gat was in 9th. Cam just came across the line in 8th. Lob drivers in the 111. Stomper then almost hit the wall of champions. He goes up to the line with a 1:12.0. So, quite a few invalidations. So that was why a lot of people were very keen to go out to avoid the damp of the rain. Now, they're going to hope that it doesn't rain too much so they can carry on for the rest of the session. But there's a few people that invalidated already by H.Y. White, who did well last week in USA across the pond. It looks like he's going to be starting at the back of the grid, unless George Gamer and Julie Show have man on there. If I was him, I would get a run done anyway. He's got plenty of fuel. I know he's run out of ERS, but it's better getting a lap in than not, because, you know, the conditions are just going to get worse and worse and worse, and I don't think anyone's going to go quicker than the 1:12 in those intermediate conditions whenever it gets wet. So I think White is just going to, even though he's going to derail and have no ERS, he's going to finish, come across the line. That chicane is very, very difficult. I found it difficult to avoid getting a penalty there. That cost me a podium in a league once. So White then goes up stays in 17th. So he was struggling a little bit. DRS disabled. The track is damp as predicted then in Montreal. Now, it's not the first time where we've seen anticlimax end to qualifying. But if it's a wet race, we will see people on the inters. Otherwise, we could have an early end to this qualifying session. So, it is J-Luke then on pole position. Chill in second, Ryan Belshaw in third. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. When it's my only time as solo commentator. It's a short qualifying like that, but there we go. So, a little bit of an information about the track, whilst we obviously wait until the race now, because I don't think anyone's going to go quicker. But we'll watch Demorse on the lap. Aston Martin was looking very good in F1 testing. Alonso, not that far off Russell's time, and Alonso was on the harder tyre. So Alonso doing very, very well in pre-season testing. And even Djokovic as well. And now our rumours that Lance Stroll is not going to get recovered in time for Bahrain or even Saudi Arabia. So we could see Djokovic in for 2 races. And there are rumours that, if you were watching testing earlier on, like David Croft likes to spread rumours quite a bit. There are rumours that Sebastian Vettel could return for a runoff race in Bahrain, but I don't seem to happen, because the only race that he would turn up for would be Japan. But I just don't get it. But anyway, I think it is going to be interesting. But I was very impressed with Djokovic in the test. He got some good data for the team. He was very impressive. He was very good in the media, not going to lie. Very knowledgeable as well. So even though he was only called like recently, I think it was called on Wednesday, he was... I think it was going to be on standby anyway, but he got some valuable data, and I think that's going to help him a lot if he ever does like free practice or whatever. I'm not sure if he gets... Well, he's got a super license anyway, I believe now, because he's F2 champion. But I wonder if he gets more if he does testing, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. So I really... If Stroll does not end up racing Bahrain, I really do hope that obviously Djokovic gets a shot. That means we'll have quite a lot of F2 champions on the grid. We'll have Leclerc, Russell, Piastri, and now Djokovic, which is crazy. Shame we don't have Shimi, but Shimi is a reserve driver for Mercedes, so he will be in the paddock, but not on the grid. So a lot of people have retired from the session then. And what I need to actually check the weather for the race. But no sign of what the weather is going to be at the moment. I think it doesn't say. It didn't say in the chat what they think it's going to get. So I'm just prepared to it being a surprise at the moment. I think it's going to be wet. in the race. Otherwise, why would people be on Inters? We got Cam and Stomper getting some wet weather running. Stomper has just gone away and binned it. But you got to be careful you not bin it and not collide into anyone, because otherwise you will get a 5-place grid penalty from the game. So, but I think that's the main reason why some people are out, is to just get a feel of the conditions before it happens for real come race day in just under 9 minutes time. And Stomper practicing some racing along with the Williams there. Which Williams was that? I think that was Cam as well on those Inters. So we'll see then what times they do on a set of the intermediate tyres. So we will keep an eye on the comparisons. I'm unable to get anyone to check, obviously, race director, because obviously I'm on my own. But let us know your predictions for the race. That will be fantastic. Yellow flag sector 3. There are, I think, probably quite a few people in the pits at the moment thinking, oh, can we just get going or something like that. But, you know, if it was going to rain the race, I would get the practice in, because that would definitely help you. Now, Jayla just put in a D3 chat, how did I fall into this one? Well, a lot of people made the most of it. A lot of people got that one lap in, they nailed it, and they got pole. Or near the front, like obviously Ryan Belshaw did. And there was a few people that were struggling, a few people that invalidated. So some people went on second run, and there was one person like Julie Shaw that didn't get a run at all. So their lap times weren't as good. They were slow because obviously the rain was coming down quite quickly. So that was why they were down there. So a lot of work to do from last on the grid. But starting at the back around Canada, usually not a bad idea, because turn 1 could be quite hairy at times around Canada. I think out of all the starts that I've ever raced on in any game, Canada's always the worst one for me, because it's so it is quite narrow. It's quite an interesting turn 1, and there's always seems to be quite a bit of carnage every time I race there in Canada turn 1. I think there was one time I raced around Canada a few weeks ago where it wasn't that bad. Like they kept it clean in turn 1. I think they just got to one of the safety cars. That's when all hell broke loose, to be honest. It was one league, which I won't say, but they raced on Fridays a few weeks ago. So, yeah. But anyway, so some people are still not using ERS even in the rain. So I'm suggesting maybe there's not much ERS usage in Canada generally overall in the weather. So, yes. So we got Giuliano in the chat. Even though he's near the back at the moment, he's saying that he wants to have a good race and get some championship points. Fair enough. And he's still feeling optimistic, which I very like. Currently sitting P16 in the championship. Got 5 points in Japan. Very good result for him. And he also did very well in Monaco. Apart from that, hasn't scored many points, but he's not last in the standings on his rookie season, which is always a good thing. Still got a lot to learn, as Sir Gat has retired. Now, Sir Gat is a huge surprise. I was expecting him to take advantage of the conditions earlier on, and he did not take advantage of it. He's only down in 9th. Don't forget, though, the top 12 do score points in this league, in the race, and obviously you get points for fastest lap if you're inside the top 12, so still opportunities for Gat, but he did not have a good race last time out. As I was saying, he DNF'd. I believe that caused... I'm trying to remember if that caused a safety car or not. I remember in LOE in D4, when I was racing last week, there were no safety cars at all. No VSCs, which I was quite surprised about. Or was it D3 where there was no safety cars? It was one of the divisions that he was either commentating or racing on had no safety cars. I'm just trying to remember which one that was. But anyway... it is a dry race, according to some of the drivers. So yeah, I don't understand why some people are out on Inters now when they know it's going to be a dry race. So maybe they did not check the weather. But usually I would only go out on track to go out on Inters. if I feel like I can improve or if I feel like there could be a wet race, but it's not going to be a wet race. So they probably didn't check the weather. So if I were them, I would go into the pits, retire, then we could get this race underway quickly, but they're not. So, yeah. That could throw a few feathers, I think, a few nerves, I think, and that's probably why some people are doing it, to make people angry, and because F1 is a mental sport as well as physical, not gonna lie. So you got to, people sometimes like to play in the mind of certain drivers in a way, and sometimes it works. It works well, and it's legal, as long as you don't obviously punt them out when you're racing. But yeah, it's definitely a mental sport. It can be quite draining at times, as I found out, I think a few weeks ago in one race around Zandvoort, where I just kept spinning. Now, there was a few things going on in my mind mentally at the time that happened, I think, a few days before that. But that, I think, didn't help for that. And it was the first time, obviously, I was having weird ring damage and I kept spinning all the time. It was quite a bit. And usually when I commentate, I tell drivers, like, that they should not give up and whatever. But there were times where I was like, I should give up. I'm losing, like, 10 seconds a lap on cars and it's unsafe for me to drive. But there was people in that party that was like, you should keep going, you should keep going. And I was like, in my mind, I should. But it's hard to drive. And it just got to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was about to finish the race, and then obviously I retired to a crash, and kind of made me feel should I have retired earlier on. But anyway, so 2 minutes to go. This is, I think this kind of reminds me of like the intermediate championship, and one of them they should do like a intermediate championship in like F1 esports or something like that, or maybe they should do it in league racing, but it may be deemed unsafe if obviously they have a dry track wet tyre challenge, but obviously we'll see. Aledi and Corner Kicker still out on circuit at the moment with 2 minutes still to go in qualifying. Now, whilst we wait for the last people to go into the pits, let's look at the D3 Constructors standings, which I've got the link at somewhere. So Constructors, I forgot to screenshot that because I'm an idiot. So Mercedes are currently leading the Constructors on 112 points. Williams in second on 100. AlphaTauri in third on 97. Fourth is Aston Martin on 85. Fifth is McLaren on 69 points. Sixth is Red Bull on 60. Seventh is Haas on 57. Ferrari is 8th on 21, Alpine in 9th on 13, and Alfa Romeo 7th on... No, last on 7. Why did I say they were 7th, Alfa Romeo? By the way, Alfa Romeo is the best looking livery on the 2023 grid. Just saying. Just saying. So, those were your Constructors standings as well. You, of course, got F1, or D1 going on at the same time, with James Head and Mark commentating on that one. So you can check that out as well. It'll be interesting to see what the weather is like for that one. So I wonder what's going to happen there as Corner Kicker goes into the pit lane then. And hopefully we will get some retirements, please, so we can get this race underway. There we go. So yes, definitely a bit of an anticlimactic end to that session, but sometimes you get races like that. So we'll go through your qualifying order because we didn't talk about it much until, well, since the start of qualifying really, because it was quite a shock, obviously, to what has happened. Now, it's going to take a while because obviously a lot of people have retired and my music is gone. So once we're still on a lull moment on Please Wait, so hopefully the game will be like, read the standings, because otherwise I'll have to go through it for the race. I think when I was doing a last man standing race, I think when everyone retired, I think in the race, I think it triggered that lull. Yeah, we can't see the standings. We couldn't see the standings, we could see the gap, but you saw it anyway, just then anyway. So we will go through your order then when we go through the tyres in just a few moments' time then. So what's the weather? They said it's going to be dry. It is dry. Bit of dark clouds, though, forming. Oh, I wonder if it's the after effects of yesterday. What the hell is that Red Bull mechanic doing? It's like... it looks like all the mechanics are, like, on top of each other. Just look at it. Like, you can see the Red Bull mechanic and the Ferrari mechanic. There are two mechanics on top of each other. Well, you can't see it at the moment, but... hold on, let me show you it. I'm going to show you it. It looks so weird. Very, very weird, but anyway, it happens at times. So, with only one set of soft tyres being used in qualifying, it gives more flexibility for the race. They've got 2 sets of soft to use if they wish to, because I think there could be a high chance of safety cars. So, formation lap then. Let's go through your order then and what tyre they're starting on. So, J-Luke, who's on pole position, he's going to be starting on the medium compounded tyres. Chill in second position, he will be starting on the medium compounded tyres. Ryan Belshaw in third, he'll be starting on the mediums as well. Ryan B in fourth in the Red Bull, he'll be starting in the mediums. Howie F for the Alpha in fifth on the mediums. Connor O'Keefe will be starting sixth in the Mercedes on the hard compounded tyres. Matt Tibos in the McLaren will be starting seventh on the mediums. Cam in the Williams will be starting 8th on the hards. Sagat will be starting on the mediums in 9th. Stomper will be starting on the hards in 10th. D Morton 11 in 11th place will be starting on the hards, as well as Lars in 12th, Harry in 13th, Aleni in 14th, Melty 15th, Caller Kicker 16th, White YY 17th, George Gamer 18th, and Judy Show in last on the hards. So I thought everyone will start on the hards personally. But I think since the high probability of safety cars could form, I'm guessing that's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 want to start on it. I understand why the top 5 want to start on there. They want to get a good getaway, because otherwise they're going to get swamped at the start. Matt Tibos, he thinks he can get past Connor O'Keefe. Fair enough. Same with Sagat on Cam and the other hard runner. But, yeah. The bottom half got nothing to lose, but then if they get a safety car like on lap 10 or 11, then they're pretty much screwed, because everyone else will technically get a free pit stop, and they would have to turn themselves to a 2-stop strategy. My strategies always get screwed in Canada. I always want to start on a Pacific tyre, and I'm like, yeah, that'll be good, and then I end up going on a different tyre than expected in the game. But, oh, there's a Haas that has hit the wall of champions. That is not what you want to do here in Canada. So we're about to get the five red lights underway. As we wait for the last few people to get onto their grid slot. Who is going to get disqualified today? I wonder. We will see. I'm surprised that I thought not many people would be doing... I thought a lot of people would be doing donuts, but obviously not. So we'll just wait for Judy Show in the Alpine. Both Alpines near the back, actually. Not going to say much more about that, because I usually tend to curse Alpines, and they will hate me if I curse them even more. So, here we go then. The 5 red lights are coming up on your screen right now. J-Luke on the right, Chill on the left. And it is lights out, and away we go. J-Luke gets a very good start. Ryan Belshaw gets a good start as well, getting boxed in, heading in towards turn number 1. One of them will have to back off here, but Ryan Belshaw trying to go around the right-hand side, heading towards turn 2 and 3. J-Luke getting not the best of starts through here, heading towards turn 3 and 4. But oh, there's a bit of contact in the background. We got Lars has had a bit of an off. And I think that's it. Yeah, Lars had a bit of an off in the background. But J-Luke starting on pole, went to 4th place. Ryan B starting third. He got a bit of that tie, which really did help him. Starting third around here is genuinely very good, because you get a bit of slipstream from the car in front. Matt Tibbles had a good start as well. He's up to third. Chill stays where we are in second. Couldn't capitalise on J-Luke's mistake there, but at least J-Luke is still running in this race. So, and we got Sagat and Connor O'Keefe battling with each other, Mercedes versus Mercedes. I wonder if there's going to be any team orders there as well. We will obviously have to find out very, very shortly. As there we got the Red Bull fighting with the Alfa Romeo of Harry F. Ryan Belshaw keeping things under control at the moment. DRS trade started to fall. All the hard runners have jumped to the back of the grid. So the ones on the mediums, definitely, it feels right at the moment. But are they going to able to increase that gap to benefit them when they do their pit stop later on? Melty having a battle with Stomper and White Y. Why getting the better traction in towards turn 4. Not the easiest of lines to take, but White Y has taken it. A lot of elevation changes around this track. So AlphaTauri currently sitting 4th and 12th, doing very well in the constructors. Obviously did well in terms of obviously points last race. 24 points they scored. White Y finished 3rd. J-League finished 6 points. No, actually, White Y finished 2nd last week. My bad. I think there was just a few strategy screw-ups due to the safety car. As D-Morts gets past Cam. So D-Morts having a good recovery so far. Cam, though, is going to fight back, though, on the back of this DRS straight then. Full power he goes as he heads towards turn 13 and 14. But Cam not able to make the move. Cam has already got a penalty so far. He doesn't want to get any more. I'm already on lap 3, so penalties usually breed more penalties around this track. So I think Cam's just got to keep it clean for the rest of the race. So we'll look at positions gained then for the drivers. We've got Matt Tibos, who's gained 4 places. We've got D-Morts, Harry has gained 2. White YY's gained 5, Melty's gained 2, and Julie Show's gained 2. Biggest loser was Lars, who's dropped down 7 places from his starting position. So he has not had a good start. But Sagat trying to go down the right-hand side, then into turn 8. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Sagat are now up 4 places, up to 5th. And he's now going to try and catch J-League for 4th place. Sagat's on the medium tyres then. Harry F is in the 7th position then. I wonder what he's going to do then to try and keep ahead of Connor O'Keefe, because Connor O'Keefe is absolutely loving life with the DRS. There's going to be a lot of DRS moves coming up in this race, I am sure of it. Connor then down the inside, heading towards the final corner. This chicane could be very tight, just about misses the wall of champions. Connor O'Keefe is in 7th position. But what about Ryan B and Sagat? A little bit of contact between the 2 of them. Ryan B is forced off the road, it looks like. So Ryan B's down to 8. Connor O'Keefe on the hard tyres, absolutely loving life. His pace is good so far. He's now going to try and get his teammate on the mediums. Falling off quickly than you might expect. Chill getting a 3-second time penalty. I think the race win will come down to who gets the least penalties if we ever get a safety car. So people who get penalties are going to hope there's no safety car. As Stomper stays ahead of Melty, as George Gamer is out of the session. Now that, if I get my track map up, that is on the exit of turn. It is tight. Exit turn 5. Now that is interesting. Actually, no, it's heading towards turn 8. And, oh, he's retired on track. So you go through 6 and 7. So if he have exit 5 and towards 6, and then he just retired on track. I don't think you're allowed to do that. So I think the stewards will be having a word with George Gamer. Because sometimes it could cause safety cars. Luckily, at that point, that did not cause a safety car, because otherwise that would have been terrible for everybody who's on the hard compounded tyres. But I think all the hard compounded tyres will be breathing a sigh of relief now. Sagat out of DRS to J-Loop, but he is catching. Sagat is catching, so it's not over yet. Ryan Belshaw still holding his own up front, but Chill is catching him lap after lap after lap. Even with the DRS, he's not able to get past. He's going to save the ERS maybe for this next back straight then. Not much practice with the DRS in qualifying, so this is people's chance to do well here. Remember when we saw Jenson Button take an unlikely victory with 6 pit stops? Could we get something crazy here today? As D-Mort's down a bit of an off, Corlick had to pit for a new front wing. So did Lars as well. So that's why they are near the back of the grid. Sagat setting the fastest lap. So Sagat is now winning DRS of J-Luke then. So he's definitely finding his form. Could he come back to form and get that race victory to help him close the gap to Chill in the championship? Because Chill is his championship rival, but Chill's got a penalty. So he wants to finish as many places up as he can in order to help him a little bit. But he's just using too much ERS to try and get past people that he doesn't have enough to try and attack J-Luke. So J-Luke has pretty much the same, a bit more than him. He's saving in the corners a bit more. But it's hard to save ERS around here. So if I were you, just save it when you need it most. Matt Tibbles then down the inside of Harry. Harry down the inside. We've got Matt Tibbles around the outside. Down this back straight then. Matt Tibbles with the DRS still. Very cheeky tactic, but it works. As Harry is trying to attack, but couldn't quite make that stick, unfortunately. Matt Tibbles up to 9th then. And now I'm going to chase down the cams. So I'll keep an eye on Sagat. Again, the team close in. Chill's closing on Ryan B. This DRS train, I think, started to form, which is not helping any of the drivers up front, because the only person that's benefiting is Ryan Belshaw. But everybody else is just stuck in that train, and it's hard to overtake right now. So they're going to hope that some people just get out of DRS, but it's not going to happen with them being on this DRS train. So Gat almost tried to get past Jay there, but decided enough's enough, he wasn't going to go for it. It looked like Sir Gat cut turn 8 there, so he got a penalty for that. Easy to cut turn 8 on this game. I have done that many times. As Sir Gat just about grazes the wall there. So I think J-Luke has a bit more straight line speed than Sir Gat at the moment. J-Luke getting a bit more ERS as well. They're on similar amount of VRSs now. Anything can happen between his top 4. They do have similar pace. So Gat has got a good run here on J-Luke then, heading towards turn 1. He didn't think about it, did he? I thought he was going to go for it. He could have, I think, made it stick, but he realised that maybe not much room would have been made if he did go for it. So fair enough. J-Luke closed the door on Sir Gat. So J-Luke was able to stay ahead. Stumper, 3-second time penalty. I believe that's his second one. So I think expect a lot more penalties. I think there's a lot of people who are on second warnings as well. So down this back straight once again. Let's see what Sir Gat can do. Can he get past J-Luke getting coming up towards the hairpin? They've got to be late on the brakes. J-Luke gives enough space. But can Sir Gat keep it? Yes, he does. J-Luke, though, is going to get DRS. And is he going to fight back for Sir Gat? Or is he going to stay behind? We'll have to wait and see. 190 miles an hour. J-Luke backs out. So Sir Gat at the moment up to 3rd. I'm a bit worried about J-Luke's pace at the moment because Connor O'Keefe is catching and he could get past J-Luke as well. Goes round the right-hand side then. Ooh, that was almost banging wheels there. That was very, very tight between the both of them, but at least they kept it, I think, a bit under control, which is, I think, a relief for me involved as a commentator, I have to say. Now, predicted pit stop strategies for today's race, if I get my strategies up. So, predicted pit stop for the mediums will be around about lap 15 then for a set of the hard tyres. And if they're on the hards, then around about lap 20 for a set of mediums. So, not much of a delta, to be honest. So, even if there was a safety car lap 15, they can go on a set of mediums, but it may not make the end. According to my data, mediums can last 20 laps. So, yeah, it can work. It could work, but it's going to be a bit of a push. We got the battle for the lead then. Chill gets past Ryan B. Chill got a penalty though, but Chill is now your race leader in the Williams. He's now going to try and increase that gap to 3 seconds. Now, Sir Gat's going to try and Ryan Belshaw on that. It's Ryan Belshaw's medium struggling a bit more. Maybe he was pushing a lot more than the others, and that's probably why. Don't forget the tyre drop-off on these mediums. You can tell because we've got Connor O'Keefe up there in this DRS train as well. We'll see how the other hard runners do and compare them as Matt Tibos gets himself a penalty. I think the main winners will also be, people that do not pick up penalties. So, up 6th gear, 7th, up to 8th. As one small mistake could cost you in this race. And luckily, the drivers do not have rain to contend with. So, they're just able to keep their cool, concentrate on what's around them. Quite a lot of people put in a D3 chat earlier on that they don't like this track, which I have to say is understandable. But anyway, Sir Gat, I think, is going to stay ahead of J-Luke, but J-Luke's got Connor O'Keefe breathing down his neck. So, who's going to be the closest to go for a move? I think it's quieting down at the moment. As I spoke too soon, J-Luke was under pressure by Connor O'Keefe. Connor O'Keefe decides to go up the right-hand side. So, still going side by side heading towards turn 4. Oh, J-Luke goes off the track. He's going to lose a bit of time there. There's Harry F as well. He's going to be free abreast coming up into turn 6 and 7. And J-Luke goes off the track again. I wonder if there's going to be a warning there. There's the Red Bull of Ryan B. Who's going to get past him as well. So I wonder if J-Luke's tired is falling off a little bit. Which is a shame. He was in 3rd. Now he's dropped down to 7th. And he's got a 3-second time to boot as well. So things are not going well for him. But things are going well for the two Mercedes. Harry F just found some pace all of a sudden. Oh, Harry F and Connor O'Keefe has just made contact. Now, I wonder if that will be investigated by the stewards, but I don't think any damage was caused there between the two of them. Harry F got no ERS at all, so that's going to allow Ryan B an open invitation, saying thank you very much. As Corner Kicker has just left the session. Hopefully, he has got a spare invite so we can rejoin again. J-Luke and Harry F fighting once again. And J-Luke back up into 6th position. So, I think I'm just looking. I think everyone in that top 7 has got about the same ERS, apart from Ryan B and Chill, who's managing their ERS quite perfectly. Ryan B as in Ryan Belshaw. So, yes. That gives me, I think, some ideas of what I should do in terms of ERS usage when it comes to my race later. Don't forget, there is D2 and D4 on at 8:10 this evening, as they will be racing around Canada. I'm on my lonesome today. No teammate tonight, which is gutting, but I'll see how many points I can get for McLaren today. Someone's just gone off. Is that a Haas? Is that a Haas driver? Yeah, I think it might have been Storm, but I had a bit of an issue. Or it might have just been a phantom yellow flag. Melty has got a penalty. Ryan B has got a penalty. More penalties are being dropped. Final corner, it seems. Now, that's happened to me. So, you know, if I don't get a penalty today, I'll be very proud. But I doubt that's going to happen today. Because I'm seeing a lot more people. So it's not helping with my hopes and expectations, I think, for tonight's race. So lap 13 on 35. Not long before we see the pit stop window come. And by the way, I'm just looking who will be a net race leader in terms of penalties. It will still be Chill. It will still be Chill. But I can't do maths, unfortunately. Someone's gone off. Who's that? There was a yellow flag. Was it D-Morts? I don't know. It was hard to tell. But we got a feisty battle on our hands for the midfield, at least. Harry on the back of Matt Tibos. Matt Tibos on the back of Cam. Cam on the back of Harry. Harry on the back of J-Luke. And J-Luke has come in then. Oh, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And the pit lane entry is very short, so you've really got to keep an eye on it. And it's very hard to do so when you're in a nice battle with another car. So understandable, but that's going to cost J-Luke big time. Because if there's a safety car later on to go on to set up the soft tyres, you have to serve it at his next pit stop. If not, it will be added to the end of the race. So even though that undercut would help him now, he's got to lose way more time. But I'm guessing he doesn't want to be stuck in traffic. A lot of people were passing him and stuff like that. So we'll keep an eye on tyre wear in just a moment. Obviously, we can't see tyre wear, but we can tell if they're struggling for grit by the way they're driving the car at the moment. It does get to a point where it does get tight around here. Has another yellow flag. That is Stomper once again. That's had a bit of an off. I don't think he's picked up damage, but I wonder if there's a bit of rear wing damage that he's picked up on that car. So it's not going to be that long before he goes into the pits then. Chill stays out, so does Ryan Belshaw. So Gat comes in then. So Gat comes in. I think J-Luke was his rival, so he didn't want, obviously, J-Luke to be ahead of him. So I was like, you know what, I will go in and cover him off. So, where's J-Luke on track? I think Sir Gat's going to be ahead of him. Usually on previous F1 games, the undercut is the most powerful around here, but I wonder if the overcut's going to be powerful here. So Gat is comfortably ahead. Comfortably ahead by 5.6 seconds now, probably because J-Luke was struggling earlier for grit on his medium tyres. So, yeah. And that is, I believe, Stomper round again. So he's down to 17th position. I think he's going to hope for a safety car very soon, because I believe he started on the mediums. And then he's retired. So I believe he's retired in the pit lane. So that is his race done. So we are down to 16 drivers. Technically, yeah, 16 drivers, because obviously Cool Looking has disconnected. I don't think he's came back. Chill and Ryan Belshaw is in. So Connor O'Keefe will become your race leader for a bit. Got that nice, decent gap on Cam. But I think Cam must be a bit worried about Matt Tibbles. I think if Matt Tibbles is still closing in on old medium tyres, I think if I was Cam, I would be a bit worried. Cam really needs to pick up the pace a little bit in Canada. And I think Matt Tibbles could take that advantage. I still don't get why Matt Tibbles has not pitted yet. But the order's pretty much stayed the same in terms of, obviously, the medium runners' order. So Chill was ahead of Ryan Belshaw, so Gat was in third. Ryan B was ahead of J-Luke anyway, and J-Luke was ahead of Harry F. So, yeah, pretty much the pit stops did not make that much difference. So then heading towards its back straight, then Melty, 3 seconds again. Battle for the net race lead then. Ryan Belshaw versus Chill. Both of them have got 3-second penalties, so there's his fourth position. And Ryan Belshaw is now your net race leader. We have another spinner, that is Melty in the background, who has lost it. So he's way down the order then. That is a shame. I believe Caller Kicker is lapped. He's near his teammate on track at least, but he is not. I think he's about a couple of laps down, I think. Let me have a look. That is confusing. What the gap is, but I'm almost certain he's a lap down anyway. The game is telling lies to me, but still, anything can happen in Canada. 3 more laps to go then until the hard runners come in for a set of the mediums. Matt Tibbles has got to come in now. He has got to come in now because Harry is catching him up, and it's going to get to a point where the mediums will start to become a more viable tyre. So Matt Tibbles, if he doesn't come in now, then what's the point of him starting on the mediums? Yes, he got a good start in the start of the race. Melty's out. Melty is out, who's binned it, and we've got a full course yellow. We have got a full course yellow, and luckily Connor O'Keefe has passed the safety car. So for Connor, Cam, Harry and White Whoa, they're going to thank Melty because they got given a free pit stop. Matt Tibos, well, he's technically got a free pit stop, but he can't do a medium. He has to go onto a different tyre compound. He can't go onto the soft compound of tyres because the softs will not make it. He will have to then go on the hards. He'll have to go onto the hard compound of tyres. So Matt Tibos, I think, pretty much is the most screwed in this situation. But we're going to be in for something spicy. Now, if I was Harry, I think I would be the most pleased because he's got no penalties so far. Harry F, I will be happy as well. But oh no, J-Luke. J-Luke's on softs. And Connor O'Keefe's got a hang on. Drive-through penalty spinning on the VSC. He went into the pits. Wait, hang on. That is weird. But I think Connor is going to be very angry with himself. So Ryan B. Belshaw is the race leader. Should they stay out? J-Luke, what have you done? I think he got another 5 seconds. No, he's got 3 seconds. Okay, but at least he got rid of his 5 seconds. That is frustrating for J-Luke. He will have to come in for 7 mediums then. Because those softs will not make it to the end. No way. They'll at least make it to around about lap 27, lap 28. And unless JD wants to do 2 softs and he thinks that there could be another safety car, then fair play. But if not, he's screwed. But anyway, you're ordered then. Because everyone has done their mandatory stop. We've got a mixture of tyres as well. So it can be anyone's game. And there's some people with penalties and some people who do not have time penalties. So, Ryan Belshaw is currently your race leader. Chill in second. Gap third. Connor O'Keefe 4th. Harry 5th. Cam 6th. Matt Tibor 7th. Harry 8th. White 9th. Julie Show 10th. Ryan B, in the Red Bull in 11th. J-Luke in 12th, who will have to pit again. Aledi 13th. D-Morse 14th. Lars 15th. And Corlicker 16th. Connor O'Keefe will have to come in after the safety car to serve his drive-through. Has anyone else got any drive-throughs? No, the only person to have got a drive-through penalty was Connor. But to be fair, he got a bit screwed with that. Unless he was speeding at the back straight, which could be possible. If he wasn't, then that was an unfair drive-through, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a bit confused about that. But I'm not the race director, so it's not going to be. I think Lars is going to catch up very soon. Same with J-Luke, D-Morse and Aleli. So I believe the safety car should come in this lap. Safety car is a good chance for obviously me to catch my breath a little bit. So that's always a good thing. And also, it gives me a chance, if I just mute this tab a little bit, to check to see how D5, there's no D5 anymore, Jazz. D1 is doing at the moment. So, D1, on lap 18, I think there must have been safety cars or something like that. Because there's quite a lot of people on the mediums. Slippery Cucumber is leading, Alpha Muck in second, Campbell in third, Gary in fourth. Quite a few retirements already in D1. Interesting. Very interesting. Only 3 though in at D3. So safety car is in this lap. For those of you that are liking the action so far, don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you aren't new, you can also check us out on Twitter. I'm at JessGames95. And that's my Instagram as well, if you want to check me out. And follow us, the league, on Twitter as well, at League of Europe. So, are we ready then for 15 laps of racing action? I know I am. This last 15 laps is going to be absolutely electric. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. Ryan Belshaw has been your race leader for quite some time, but he's on the hard tyres. Will he be able to pull that gap? He's had a brilliant restart. Conor O'Keefe has also got a good restart as well, but it won't matter to him because he's got that drive-through. Cam has got to be the one that takes advantage, but he hasn't at the moment. So the medium runners are starting to struggle a little bit more. It's pretty much similar to what we saw at lap 1. It doesn't matter about what tyre you're on sometimes. It's about the track position. And the top 3 are all on hards and doing a brilliant job. Gat's not going to have that buffer to Conor anymore because Conor will have to come in. So Harry F in a decent position right now in 5th place. So Harry was struggling a little bit there, but as in Harry in that Ferrari. So Harry F is going to do all he can, but he's got Cam under pressure now. I will get the penalties up for you. Julie Show has got the most penalties out of everybody. He has got 9 seconds worth of penalties. Julie Show down the inside of Ryan B. And Julie Show is up into 10th place. What is Ryan B doing? Ryan B is going to look for a move, it looks like, heading it towards this back straight. Julie Show covers him off, and Conor O'Keefe is going to serve his drive-through penalty. So that's why he's falling down the order. What a shame for him. Cam, though, trying to go for a 10, but he's like, you know what, that's not going to work. But Cam is going to find an opportunistic move, even with that penalty. I wonder how he's thinking if he gets passed by Cam. Probably he's seen what happened to J-Luke earlier on, that he's fallen places when people passed him. So maybe that's why he wants to keep that position. He's already falling away out of DRS, out of everybody else in that top 3. So we potentially got quite a few DRS trains here. We got one from P1 to P3. And we got one from P4 all the way down to 8th. And then we got one from 9th all the way down to 14th. And then we got Conor O'Keefe and Corner Kicker on their own. But Corner Kicker is, I believe, still not in the session. So hopefully he'll join back soon. But anyway, Matt Tibos got Harry under pressure now. I don't know why telemetry is disabled, but we've got telemetry now. As Cam, beautiful move from the Williams driver, up to 4th place right now, despite that penalty. DRS enabled then. Now, what can the drivers do with the detection point enabled? Matt Tibos gets past Harry F, up to 5th place. Matt Tibos is loving life on those hards. It's not affecting him whatsoever. He's on the freshest hard tyres out of everybody. So maybe that safety car has helped him. Yellow flag. That is Corner Kicker. That's had a bit of a spin. So, no, not Corner Kicker. Conor O'Keefe, sorry. Conor O'Keefe's day has gone from bad to worse here in Canada. And, you know, Lady and Julie Show having a bit of contact there. Indeed, Morts was like, thank you very much. If you two keep making mistakes, I would go for the move there. We've got Harry and Harry F, the 2 Harrys fighting for position. 2 Ferrari-powered cars. We've got another Italian team of AlphaTauri with YHYY there. And Letty got a 5-second penalty, by the way, for gaining 1 place. Now, that is interesting, as Harry, in that Ferrari, wants to show why Ferrari is the best team. Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri. So many A teams. But anyway, YHYY doing a very good job. We will have a look to see what positions is gained. YHYY is gained the most, up 10, but he is going to drop down a bit due to penalties. Not a lot, though. He's only going to drop down 2 or 3 places by the looks of it. Most likely 2, so he's got to keep the pace up. I need to check who's got the fastest lap. So, the fastest lap belongs to Corner Kicker down in 16th. No one's got the fastest lap since. But we'll keep an eye on to see if anyone can get it at some point as well. Purple sector 2 for Harry. That is interesting. So he is picking up the pace a little bit more. Will that help him get past Matt Tibbles, or Matt Tibbles stay ahead of him? We'll see. As I was saying earlier, Matt Tibbles doing a great job on those hard tyres. And also has the straight line speed to boot as well. So you can see how he's getting along the corners then. And he got 3-second time penalty for it as well. A lot of people in the 1:13s, which is what you can learn to expect around here. Harry set the fastest lap of this Grand Prix with a 1:13.2. By just under 1/10 of a second. So, yes, there we go. More time penalties. I believe Harry's just picked up one. So everyone in that top 8 has got time penalties except Harry and D-Morts. Did I see someone go off again? Let me get back to interval again so I can see if there are any moves being made. Just under 11 laps to go. Ryan Belshaw still leads, and at this moment in time, he'll still look on course to be getting that race win. Don't forget, he did not attend some of the races this season. Had a lot of incidents in China. Scored some decent points in United States. I think it was his only point of the season. So Alfa Romeo were obviously the only team to get off the mark. They got 7 points overall. So luckily all teams have got points in this league in Division 3, which is great to see. But D-Morts then into turn 1. Nicely done from the Aston Martin driver. Up into 9th place. Now, it will be amazing if we see Fernando Alonso challenge for the title this year. I really hope Aston Martin have a good car to do that. Please. Please. That will be amazing. Because it's always just the top 3 teams. Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull. Wouldn't it be amazing if Aston Martin joined that big group? And they could be up there? That will be good. And their times in testing were pretty good. Even for Djokovic as well. Djokovic's time were pretty good too. So, there we go. And it's 3 abreast there as Sagat up to 2nd. Cam up to 3rd. So, Chill struggling on those hards. Yellow flag set to 2 and 3. That's Connor again. But let's look at Cam. Those meters are definitely going to help him. He's not that far off the leading bunch as well. So he could be on course to be taking the win in this race. But it's not over. It's not over. This race, to be fair, has gone very quickly, which is very surprising. Oh, what has happened in the background? A lot of... Oh. So we've got a Leddy that's gone off. Harry F that's gone off. A Leddy has retired on track with a damaged front wing. A lot of people have gone off there in the background, near the back. Now, that's why we saw that yellow flag in sector 3. I was a bit worried that would cause a safety car, but it didn't look like it would cause a safety car. Connor, if I was Connor, maybe... I'm trying to think. Would the soft tyres get to the end? Quite a few drivers retired on track. Just saying. Connor has retired in the pit lane. So... Oh, YY had a bit of a moment as well. I think we're starting to see more spins as the track temperature's getting hotter. That is very frustrating for some of the drivers, that they are struggling a little bit, maybe due to tyre pressure. So Gat now takes the lead from Ryan Belshaw. And Ryan Belshaw picks up another penalty. So as it stands, Cam will be, I believe, in 2nd and at P2. And Chill maybe 3rd, but I'll have to do the maths in order for that to happen. I was watching Cam's fuel light before the safety car, and I think it was probably when the safety car came out because he will be able to save fuel. I've noticed around here, Canada usually use up a lot of fuel. So if there's a tier like D4 doesn't get that much safety cars, just save fuel. Just save fuel. Put as much fuel in the car as you can. As 2 of the Williams drivers are fighting for 3rd and 4th here. Yellow flag. What was that yellow flag for? Was it phantom? It must have been a phantom yellow flag because I have no clue what has happened. And there's another phantom yellow flag again. Or is it the AI? Or is it Harry F maybe? No, that was Sector 2. Confused. Very confused. Or is it the AI of... Oh, it's the AI of Connor. The AI of Connor is still going. What? And it's not retiring. And he can't overtake under yellow flags. Oh my god. So let's go on board with Harry F. So he's going in towards the back straight. And we will see the yellow flag flashing. So is the AI of Connor O'Keefe going to go into the pits? You see yellow flag in the final corner. So he's going to pass. Can't see the car. Oh, he's with... Oh, okay. I hope that it's not gonna... That is weird. And we've seen one of the... that's Joe that's had a bit of an off. So, that is why I think what he did was he retired at the wrong time. He retired at the wrong time. And he's calling his car to go. Now his car's stationary. Luckily it's gone. So all the phantom yellow flags have gone. That's good. So let's focus with the battles that are on track at the moment. So 9/10 of a second now between Sir Gat and Ryan. Sir Gat is loving life. Don't forget he started lower down. Where did he start, by the way? Started P9, I think, or P8. Yeah, we started around 8th, 9th position, and he's up to 1st. Bearing in mind his safety car did help him, but he's absolutely loving life on those hard tyres. Harry F setting the fastest lap so far, but he's on softs. I was obviously expecting Harry F to be going on to those soft compounded tyres. Let us know in chat, guys, who you think should become driver of the day. I've got to pick 3 this week. I usually only pick 1, but I have to pick 3. Oh, God. But so many that you can pick from. Obviously, so if Sir Gat keeps up the pace, definitely Sir Gat has got to be one of those drivers that you've got to put up there as one of your driver of the days. Cam as well, starting lower down. Ryan Belshaw for having a very good start. Top 3 doing very well. Harry, who's gained 7 places. There's just so many people that I could put for driver of the day. But it obviously Julie show up 10th, but he's got 15 seconds of penalties. So he's going to drop way down to like 11th. So that's going to be frustrating. So I think I have an idea of who I would pick. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. Because anything could happen on the final few laps. So I am going to hold my thought until the end of the race. But anyway, we're about to start lap 32 of 35. You pass the lake here in Canada, in Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. And we got Matt Tibos, who could go for a move on chill, heading towards turn 1 then. Matt Tibos is going to try his best to get 4th place on the road. He's got 6 seconds of penalties, but he doesn't care. Oh, I just noticed something. Ryan Belshaw and Gat have got 6 seconds, but yeah, that for Sir Gat at least, he's still going to win the race. But for Ryan B, he's going to drop down quite a bit. I've just noticed Sir Gat and Ryan Belshaw got 6 seconds. That is interesting. I didn't think of that. So, if I was Cam, I need to pick up the pace for that. He probably knows that Ryan Belshaw and Gat got 6 seconds. So, if Cam gets past Ryan Belshaw, I think Cam could go on to win this race. But I don't know, because Matt Tibbles is catching on the 2 Williams drivers as well. Fair play to D-Morts and Lars for not picking up any penalties. Pretty much Lars has been flying under the radar this race, but he's still running in a good 10th position. So, you know, he's doing a decent job. Matt Tibbles then trying to go for a move once again, and he's not giving up hope here. He wants that 4th place. He doesn't care that he got 6 seconds. But he just wants to have a bit of a race here in Canada. I usually find the hardest place to overtake in is around Canada. I just can't overtake to save my life, but it happens. Matt Tibbles going to try it again then on Chill. I wonder if Chill could be struggling for grip there due to him being on 17 lap old hards. But I wonder if the mediums are starting to struggle. That's probably why Cam dropping quite a bit. Yellow flag. Right. Oh, Ryan B. Be careful. That was close. Thankfully, ghosting is on. Thankfully, ghosting is on for Ryan B. Because otherwise, there could have been, I think, quite a few incidents. And that would have not been very, very nice indeed. So, yeah. But he's going to drop down quite massive positions at this rate due to his penalties. Now, so I don't think Sir Gat's penalty's not going to matter. It's just as long as Cam doesn't drop within 3 seconds, Ryan, the order's going to stay as it is. Unless Sir Gat or Ryan B get another penalty. But we'll see. I think I saw one person get like 9 seconds or something, but yeah, that is probably why. So yeah. So we're about to start the final lap. The flags are waving here in Montreal. Some people would probably be glad that the race will be coming to an end soon. Some people are absolutely loving life out there. And Harry F, I think at the moment's got the fastest lap, or is it Ryan? Oh, well, Ryan B is pitted. Okay, Ryan B has pitted then. Onto a set of soft to try and go for our fastest lap. Okay, that explains it. Oh, migrating host. Harry's left the session. What is going on? Matt Tibbles has also left as well. So they're both ghosted on top of each other. That's why D-Morts is up to 5th. Okay, and they're having an on-top battle. Okay, I'm going to ignore that battle because not much happening. Now, yeah, the top 2 is going to remain the same because Cam has, unless Cam finds a 10th in the next sector, the top 2 are going to remain the top 2. Sir Gat, definitely one of my drives of the day. He DNF'd last week in the United States. His race went awful. He had a point to prove. He wanted to get back in this championship. And he's definitely showing what he's made of today. Sir Gat then, up to the line. He wins in Canada to take his 4th win of the season. Ryan Belshaw come across the line in 2nd. Cam 3rd. Chill 4th. Wait, what? What? Hang on. D-Morts is up to... Wait, did D-Morts not get any pens? So D-Morts has moved up to 2nd. Right, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I didn't see D-Morts not get a penalty. Okay. That is interesting. I didn't think about D-Mort. I thought they had the gap. I will keep an eye out. I will keep an eye out. I don't know why. To be fair, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to D-Morts or how many penalties. But anyway. Sir Gap, definitely one of my driver of the days. Ryan Belshaw as well, I have to say, gets my second. Started third. Had a brilliant start, went on to lead, had a nice battle with Chill. Safety car didn't help the two of them. It allowed Gap to go back into the picture, but still, that was one of his best results I've ever seen in a while. His best result in D3. So yeah, I'm going to have to give my second drive of the day to Ryan Belshaw. And my third one is going to be tough. Let's look about. Yeah, D-Morts has got... I thought D-Morts had a penalty. So that goes to show if you do not get a penalty, you succeed. Right then, I know who my third driver of the day is. Because he started 11th, he did struggle for most of it, but if you keep it clean like that, have no penalties at all. Let's see how many warnings he got. View lap times. So he got his 2 warnings in lap 4 and lap 5, and he kept it clean for the rest of the race. Fair play. Yeah, so my drive of the day is my third drive of the day is going to go to D-Morts. Because he started 11th, finished second, got no penalties, and he capitalised. So there we go. That was very close though between D-Morts and Ryan Belshaw. But anyway, so we've got Sir Gats from D-Morts, Ryan B, Cam, Chill Harry, Matt Tibos, Lars, White Dry White, Judy Show, Harry F and Jelly are your top 12. They're scoring points, so congratulations. Ryan B, Corner Kicker, and that is the rest of the order. And then we've had a few DNFs as well. So, my voice is dead, so I'm not going to have any interviews tonight because A, I need to do a bit of practice for my race, and B, I need to rest my voice before the race. So, thank you guys so much for watching D3 tonight. It's been quite interesting to commentate by myself, but there we go. Next race, 4th of March, Bahrain, and it's the sprint race next week. Interesting. I've never seen a sprint race around Bahrain, so I'm very excited to see how this one's going to go. So for those of you that don't know about the sprint race, so it'll be a one-shot qualifying to decide the grid for the sprint race. Sprint race result will sort out the grid for the 50%. And I believe is 8 down to 1, I think, for points, but I'll need to double check that. No, it's 10 down to 1, not 8 to 1. It's another league. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good evening. I've been Jessica Ball, and take care, stay safe. And it'll be the Bahrain Grand Prix next week. Make sure you check out D2 and D4 in just under half an hour for their race around Montreal. Bye-bye.